was watching, don't worry about it. All right, so I went in with my skincare. This is just a random eye cream that I picked up from Marshall's. This is Clinique. This is the moisturizing surge. This is really, really nice just to put on your skin. It's watery but still thick. Like, it gives you like a nice little consistency, and it gives you like a nice little dewiness to the skin. And then the e.l.f. Thirst Burst drops. Everybody, you already know what it is with this. So I put that on like the highest points of my face just to give me an extra like dewiness, and then under my eye area as well. And then I sprayed my face with rose water, and I just grab any rose water that I see that has like, that says 100% rose water or all natural, or the Heritage Pink brand. And that pink bottle is always a go-to. And then I'm gonna go in with the Grippy primer by Maybelline, and it's called the Grippy Serum. Grippy Serum 24-hour wear. Let's see how true that is. But yeah, so I'm gonna go in with like 2 dots on each side of my face. Let that like stop there so it won't get on my clothes and chin. And no, since that seems to be like a problem area for me where I tend to get extremely oily, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend that in. Okay. And it gives you a tackiness as well, which is good because that's where they're going to ensure that our makeup is going to adhere to the skin. And it gives you a glow too. So we're going to let that soak in. While we let that soak in, I'm going to go ahead and start on my brows. And I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. And I'm going in with the brush too. Go ahead and comb through my brows. Okay, and I don't try to like create a different brow shape or anything. I just follow my natural brow, and also darken it up by making it look like it's more fluffier than what it is. And then I try to go in and really give myself an arch, and then really clean that up with the concealer, like so. And next brow. So the concealer that I'm using to clean up the brow is Juvia's Place. This is like maybe 2 shades lighter than my skin, or 1 shade. So I'm gonna go in. I don't like to go in like a really bright eye underneath the eye area. I like the brow area to be somewhat natural. Unless I'm like going out, then I'll go in with a much lighter one. But I'm just cleaning it up and really defining that arch. And the brush I'm using is I think it's a little brush I got from TikTok shop. It's just a regular flat concealer brush. Really keeping that arch. Like so. Then I'm gonna take my little palette, and because this foundation is a little bit too light for me right now, this is the shade I am like on my chest, but this is like the shade I am right now. So I'm gonna mix the two. This is the Onesize, and then this is MAC. The Onesize foundation is in medium dark 20R, and the MAC Studio Radiance foundation is NC 45. So I'm gonna put just a hair of the MAC one, just a little bit. And I'm gonna use like a flat, thin brush because that is just working in layers. It makes for a beautiful finish. And so I'm gonna go in one full pump of the other one. Go ahead and mix the two together. And to get like perfect shade, should be spot on. And I'm just gonna apply this all over the skin in a thin layer. Then go ahead and blend it out. If I need to go in with more, I'll go ahead and do that after. And I only put a little on my nose because I like my freckles to like seep through, so I don't really go too crazy. And I focus the product on the areas where I have like acne scarring and hyperpigmentation on the forehead area. I don't like go too crazy around the forehead area. And a little bit more foundation. Oh, see, that's a nice shade. And I'm gonna let that sit. When you let it sit, it gives the foundation a little bit more of a tacky finish so that you get the full coverage as possible, so that when you do go back in, you're just kind of going in and concealing any areas where it's like a little bit more see-through with the imperfections, such as like acne scarring, a pimple, a blemish, or dark circles around the eye. You can go in and do that, and that way when you do go in with concealer, you're just brightening that area instead of concealing it. But I'm gonna go ahead and clean up that brow like so, and then go ahead and do that right there. And as you can see, it just gives me like a nice little orch. And clean that up. Okay, and then I just kind of feather whatever excess I have on the brush and take my little foundation brush and kind of diffuse that area and then come back to it later. Then do we go ahead and do that? I'm gonna take my Morphe brush. This is the one I just got, the M102 foundation cream, or just this foundation brush. So this one is pretty dense, and then it has like wispy hairs at the top, and it just makes for a really nice finish. It gives almost like an airbrush finish. So, and I'm not sweeping, I'm literally like stippling. While this sets, the first layer, I like to move on to the eyes. So I'm gonna go in with the Infallible L'Oreal 24-hour concealer, full coverage, amazing, amazing for under the eye and then also on the eyelid. I'm gonna go in and apply this to one eye. I'm trying to see if I want to do like just a flush of a color, or if I want to do like a soft glam, nudie, and then like I think I'm just gonna do one solid brown or two browns and like blow out the color. I'm gonna take my Real Techniques brush and just kind of blend that area. Like so, so I have a nice base. And then the eyeshadow palette I'm gonna be going in with is the Nude Persuasion palette. And this palette, honey, I think we've seen it a couple of times. This palette is just so beautiful for every day, for glam, for wedding. It's just, especially for soft glam, these colors are so pretty. I'm gonna go in with more so this bottom row and maybe dip in these three here too. I'm just literally gonna do a whole dust of colors, and we're just using a large fluffy blush brush. So just the first color right in the crease for definition. I'm gonna pack that and then blend it. And then this like nudie color right on the peanut butter nudie, right on the eyelid. This burgundy color, dark brown, right on the crease. And then this like mustard nudie color. Like I'm literally going in with a bunch of browns and just packing it and blending it. And that's how we're getting our little hot chocolate peanut butter transition eye. So blend, 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 blend. We're doing circular motions, very light-handed, and windshield wiper motions. Tap, tap, tap. Go in with that smoky red tone in the crease. And then that like peanut butter looking shade. Tap off the excess and small circular motions. Blend that out. Like so. Okay. I went in with these three here, and then these whole bottom mark. Now I'm gonna take my little palette again and go in with my little foundation concoction and do one more layer, more so on the cheek area and kind of like blending it outward. So I'm taking that extra product in the center just for that extra full coverage look, and really like making that seamless. Okay. And then taking that brush, and then with this brush, the product stays on the skin rather than like, you can still see like the density of the brush, even though that product is majority on the tip of the brush. It's not like going all the way up here. That way the product that you put on your skin is staying on your skin, and you see it already gives it a little bit more coverage. Really nice. Really nice. I'm gonna take my concealer and go in stages and kind of put that coverage there. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. concealer actually and take this that is closest to my skin tone and just conceal underneath the eye, and then I'm gonna go in with another shade to kind of highlight that area. So my concealer brush, the product that I have, and just literally keep this directly under that eye. And as you can see, there's a difference. That's the color and the pigment, really counting out any darkness or redness if you do have it, but it's more so darkness because I have a little bit of dark circles around my eyes. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out. Well, I'm gonna take my fan and kind of let that. And then blend that out. Make sure you look up so that won't set into any fine lines and create any creasing. Obviously, we're gonna go back and hit this area again before we set. So this is going to be e.l.f., a slightly lighter shade. Then go in with what we put down and really carve out that lift, because I want that eye to really pop. Take just a little bit on the bridge of the nose, the rest of it here, and here to clean up that eye, and down here on the chin, and just a teeny tiny bit on that cupid's bow, just to make that center of that area pop. Cool beans. And then for this step, I'm gonna actually add some setting spray. Okay, so the setting spray I'm going in with is the Makeup Revolution Super Dewy Fixing Spray. And yeah. And I only sprayed a little bit just for that eye area, just so that we can set that as well as blend that in. Again, for that maximum coverage, because we're going to go in with a third concealer, and it's more of a brightener, because we did the color correcting with almost like the same skin tone concealer, and then we did concealing as we're doing right now. That's a little bit maybe 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. And then I'm gonna go in and highlight the under eye with a concealer that's at least 3 shades lighter. And all the products I'm using under the eyes for as concealer is e.l.f. It's always best to work in like layers, so that if you put too much or too little, you can just go in and diffuse it. You won't have to work so hard to like really remove anything. So I'm putting this like right up under the eye, and then right here to really like lift and snatch the face. And I'm not putting a whole bunch, If I feel I need more, I'm just, again, working in layers. I'm gonna go in with it just a teeny tiny bit more because I want my under eye to really pop. And I just take like the axis and, you know, really diffuse that in the forehead. I don't do too much, just very slightly blend that, and then really going in and blending out that third concealer. And you see, it gives a really nice finish, really nice. This is where that setting powder is going to come in and really give a nice brightening effect. You don't need to go in with any more concealer, but if you want that face to pop, I would go in with that lighter concealer that I used just now and just really focus that in this area and the triangle, let it sit, and then blend it out, and that face is going to be like honey. So now I'm going to take my e.l.f. concealer stick, bronzer stick. Take this little stippling brush and just, this is by e.l.f. Take it on and look straight ahead and really like focus that the highest points of the face, and already like it just gives like a sun-kissed glow. I love stick bronzers, so pretty. Then kind of dust and then stamp it here, and you see that little, oh, beautiful. The access, I'm just dragging on the sides of the nose, like so, and then go back in with that foundation brush and just marry everything together. Diffuse any harshness. Boom. Now, I'm gonna take that Morphe blush. I'm so excited right now. Okay, so this is another Morphe brush. It's same size, but at a slant. Not the same size, but it's like at a slant and a little smaller. And this is actually a cream and liquid bronzer brush. And this is M242. So I'm just gonna tap into that pink. Oh my gosh. And keep this at the highest points. Kind of mix it in with that eye and mixing it with that concealer, but not too much. Just keeping it at the highest points, like so. Oh my god, this blush is so pretty. And we're keeping that color, like I said, at the highest. At the highest point, and really packing that pigment there. And just go in, add a little more here, and not so much on the cheek, but like stop right here. But if you want to take it all the way there, then be my guest, but that's where I want it to end. And then there's like a cream highlighter here, so I'm gonna take that and put it like in between and see what that gives. Oh, ooh. 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 Oh, how pretty. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, love it. down the center. Oh. Okay. My little puffer. I'm gonna tap the product in, tap it off. This is like way too much. And then dab it on the back of my hand. So we have like just a little bit. I'm gonna take my little brush, look up, and tap it. Same thing on this side. Tap that, and then tap excess off. Cool beans, and then we're gonna bake. So load up that powder puff and bake that face, honey. And I'm gonna take the rest of this. The forehead, the nose, set the brows, set everything. And then for that extra pop, to really highlight that face, I didn't know if I was gonna like this or not. That's why I have the little one, but I definitely am gonna invest in the bigger one. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder by Charlotte Tilbury in Fair. If I can open this little sucker, there it goes, so cute. So go ahead and take this and add that to that setting powder and just really press that. And oh my god. And everywhere else just kind of lightly powder, but this little area here, really press that powder. Gorgeous. And I'm going in with this nudie shade and this white shade and just kind of packing that there. Awesome. Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, and it's this one here. It's in the shade 3. Yeah, it's in the shade 3. I'm gonna take this and really blend, and I'm going in with like an angled brush, nothing crazy, because I wanted this bronzer like really defined. So I'm gonna take it and just keep it here and slowly build up. And the access just here. And you see like the little shadow it gives. And then really pack that color and blend. Same thing. I'm holding it like at an angle, tapping it, blending it up. Any excess, just put it there. The nose. I don't really do too much on my nose. I just like whatever's left, dust it on there. And just really put that on there like so. And just to give it shadow. To intensify it, I'm going in with my Dark Renaissance palette by Glamgoth Beauty. I love her products. I love her. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this row here, not this one, but these three. Tapping off any accents to really define that cheekbone, and I'm keeping it in the hollow. And like, I'm keeping it like, I'm not going towards my mouth. I'm literally doing circular motions like right here. And you see that definition? And it's still, that blush is still there. That's what we want. And then take the access there and just kind of throw the rest in the hairline. And same thing. Keep it high. And then just start our circular motions. And then kind of flicking it upwards. Giving that definition. Like so. Then I'm going to take my MAC powder. And the little small brush, loading that brush up, tapping off any excess, going in circular motions, get rid of that white powder I put on to bake so that we're not looking too crazy, but we still have that definition. Take the Charlotte Tilbury powder so that we keep that highlight. Really load that brush up. Tap, 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 and dust. So that we don't lose that highlight and everything in the center stays bright. Now we're gonna go back into our little fun blush palette. I'm gonna take, let me see. If I take this with my hand, what is it gonna give? Because I don't want to disturb what I put down. Oh my God, that's so pretty. Shut up. Okay, this is the cream highlight. No cream highlight, still pretty, still giving, but this, oh baby, you need it. And I'm pressing pretty hard just to really diffuse it because I'm applying that over powder. All right, now I'm gonna take a brush and I'm gonna go in with that pink powder. Oh gosh. So I'm gonna go in with this. I got these from TikTok shop. These are really, really cute. Cluster lashes, and they're really fluffy. And they're somewhat long. Like, amazing. And this is the NYX in Rebel Kind. And where's my little... Okay, so... This is not a bad lip liner. just sharpened it wrong and it's like hanging on by a thread. Okay. Go ahead and blend that out. Pretty. I'm not gonna use a mascara because I like how fluffy these are, and I want that fluffy effect to stay because I'm using bonder, and they're already like I guess this is a 18, 16, 14, 15, 10, 12 maybe. Like they're already pre-measured out for you, and you just literally are applying them. Oh my god, that, bro, that is so pretty. Girl. I'll be right back. Okay. Those little lash clusters, and they're so lightweight, like you don't feel them. Wow. So I'm gonna just lightly mist my face because I like how matte it is, but I don't want it to mess up. So just a little bit of setting spray and a little bit of and then for my lips are already outlined with that brown shade. I'm gonna take my finger and go into that cream blush and just oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, and then I'm gonna top it off with this Dior lip gloss. This is in the shade 007. So let's see what it's giving. Baby. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's so pretty. So this is the mug. The hair, I mean, baby, it's good. Drench it with this, or drench it with her. Let it set and dry. Fan that baby down and seal it and lock it with this, oh boy. And makeup ain't going nowhere, okay? But oh my gosh, I love how my hair came out. I love how the face came out. I love the pinky vibes. I just, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. In the lip. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. If you have any questions, be sure to drop it in the comment box below, and I'll list all the products in the description box. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around, and I'll see you in my next video.